Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 50. Check safety, check safety. Here we go, checking motion. Check the call, check the call. Mike's 54.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Check 24, check 24. Kill. Alert flare.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going to go for it. It's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the... The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Robert Woods. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods. 81 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Carson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. That makes 3rd down a lot more interesting.
It certainly does. How about the example of situational football there and his ability to think the play through? 2nd and short, not anticipating a passing play, sold out and made a great tackle, which brings up 3rd down.
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson on target there to Moore. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. A gain of 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A gain of 22 yards.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. These two teams all tied after 1. On 1st down, Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off.
315. 54.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Check 3.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's got room. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 46 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 4-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run it with Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
It's just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now Wilson.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is Carson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Let's go, double count right here, double count.
From the shotgun, Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
He ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
76, tell him. 76. 76. Check.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson, out to his left. He lets it fly into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
20. We're good.
Gurley again here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Take four. You go take. Hey, lift.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Go. Check 37. Check 37.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. Now Goff on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
76. 76. Mike's 50. Watch the back.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just like that.
From the 16, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. On third and 1, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run. It's Gurley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
In your face.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Not today, you are. Not today. Motion, motion, motion.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Don't get nervous. Say, Jim, 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 Jim. Motion, motion. Right there.
3rd and long. It's gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Shell. Whirling. 54.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
24 is the mark.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll run on first down. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late, and his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.